We're live, we're live, we're live. Come join us. Join us. Join me. Let's get my big dumb face. Where's my big dumb face controls? Layout. Let's get this big dumb face on your screen. I'm gonna be honest, you guys. Ever since I grew the mustache, I just feel a certain amount of confidence that I've never. Hey, Cameron, what's up, dog? I owe you a message. I saw your Reddit message, and I owe you one because you're one of the day ones. You're one of the homies. Where do you live, Cameron? I don't think I garnered that from our correspondence, which I did not respond in. Correspond. Hey everybody, welcome to midweek with Andy Haynes. I know I said I was going to do some daytime, but turns out when you're home and you have family, not my family, but the extended family, the Austins, you have to see a bunch of them and do a bunch of shit. Thank you. I appreciate that. The mustache does make the man. It's kind of a squirrely mustache. I don't know if you guys have checked it out, but and I also got some pretty gnarly. This is, if you guys want to see like why I never grew a mustache, is because this is what my facial hair grows like. Like I don't actually have anything here. I just have this and then the chin and a little neck. Oh, you're in Jacksonville? Cameron, I'm sorry, buddy. Um, well, we had a busy week. We had the Super Bowl. I'm in Seattle. That's why you are noticing a different background and probably a different sound and quality. I am fresh off a 7 mile run and then some family time. I'm at my sister's house in beautiful Columbia City. And today was the Seahawks parade, which I was like, I'm gonna go. And then I saw some video of who was down there and kind of the vibes. And I was like, you know what? I don't need to go. But what an awesome Super Bowl. I was in Seattle for the Super Bowl. I watched it at a place called Sam's Tavern on Capitol Hill. Very chill. Ate a bunch of French fries. What's up? What's up, Anthony Nelson? And good vibes. I left. Apparently, where I was right after I left turned into a youth riot, which I'm too old to be part of the youth riots. Oh, okay. I feel like Jacksonville's worse than Fort Lauderdale. Rudy, our producer, lives in Fort Lauderdale or near it, and I got a decent vibe from Fort Lauderdale. But to be honest, I've never been to Jacksonville, and the Cat Williams special from Jacksonville is one of the all timers, where he just talks about Jacksonville for like 15 minutes on the top, and nobody knows besides the audience in Jacksonville what he's talking about. Um, I love that. Um, yes, so spirits are good in Seattle. Beautiful day too. Sunny, 50 degrees. There's no snow in the mountains. It's kind of a problem, but we're not going to focus on the negative. We did have an exciting week. I don't know if this was your guys's highlight of the week, but it sure was mine. Here, let's get into it. All right, let's start it over. We gotta get the sound on.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Turning Point USA All-American Halftime Show. And this one's for you, yes. Charlie.
Yes.
It's real American. With American muscle. And everything's made in the USA. It's real American.
The funny thing about this is that even the people that like this kind of music did not like this. Um, they There was plenty of documentation of it, but this is literally like D level country musicians. Like even if you are a country head, this is trying to think. This is like if who's the rapper I'm trying to think of? Who's the rapper with one eye? What's that guy's name? I can't remember his name. Rudy, what's the rapper with one eye that was from Jersey? He had a Yeah, it was like it'd be like if Fetty Wap played one of his like third or fourth tier hits. You'd be like, "Do I did I hear this? I think I skipped this song." Well, who even listens to an album anymore? But this is bad music that even the people that listen to this kind of music think is bad.
Things made in USA. Real American.
I love that. He's singing about manufacturing. Everything's made in the USA. Real American. Except all of your pharmaceuticals, which are not made in the United States. Thank God. Because they probably wouldn't be as good.
Everybody praise the Lord, y'all grew. Had a bust 12 gauge pump and not missile. If he's talking trash, you better throw the first punch and whip his.
Okay. Can we all talk about the fact that racist people are now rapping? I'm not like a rap head in the sense that I have some kind of like it's precious or something. There's lots of bad rap and lots of people have been making bad rap for a long time, but these guys are rapping now and it's just it's a little more than they should be. It's a little extra. Don't we think? Out of all the people, this guy, I mean, look at his outfit even.
But not missile. If he's talking trash, you better throw the first punch and whip.
What? This is another one of those things. I know that I'm all over the place with this, but they're just these like talking points. This isn't even like I think ChatGPT writes these lyrics. It would be very easy. Give me America. Drink out of the hose. Things are made trucks. You punch back. Mama made biscuits. It's like, that's all it is. It's just the most cliche. Yes, thank you guys. Everybody's chiming in for the Fetty Wap. And by the way, Charlie did not listen to this kind of music. Charlie, I almost can guarantee you that Charlie listened to, what did he listen to? He probably listened to like chamber music. Is my image not showing up on the feed? Okay, let's get back into this.
Whip his.
Well, Charlie, he gave people microphones so they could say what was on their mind. This is what's on mine. I just want to catch my fish, drive my truck, drink my beer. It ain't easy being country.
I want to say this. Has it ever been hard because of a trans person to catch your fish, drive your truck, or drink your beer? This is something we really got to ask. Are these people going to fish and they get something on the hook and then it's a trans person? Does that happen? Is that what's happening? He goes to drive his truck. The gas tank's full of trans people. It's just he opens it. It's just, why isn't my truck starting? Just purple hair popping out of his truck. And then he drinks his beer. He cracks it open, and it's just a non-binary barista just pops out and is like, "You said the wrong pronouns, buddy." I don't think the suburb you live in has this problem. These are made-up problems.
In this country nowadays,
It's not hard to be country.
I just want to cut my grass, feed my dog.
I mean, why are you having so much trouble cutting your grass and feeding your dog?
Wear my boots. If I tell my own dog.
He goes to put on his boots. He goes on his boots. Every time he goes to put on his boots, illegal immigrants, just full. His boots are full of just a family of Laotians that snuck in. They snuck into his boots.
Order that little boys ain't little girls. I'll be up.
Not a problem. Again, these are your kids. The worst thing that would happen is your kid would go, "What is this?" And you would say, "Don't worry about it," or "That's what this is, but we don't agree with this." That's all you have to say. Go mow your lawn, you fucking.
Drinking hot water, this cancer yours world. Saying I'm some right-wing devil, 'cause I was down south, Jesus raised. It ain't easy being country in this country nowadays.
So easy. It's so easy. If anything, the only reason why it's hard to be country is because of the economy, which is because of, I mean, both sides, but the capitalist monsters that have put us into. This could be. It is the music in an. This actually will give you ED if you listen to it. I'm just seeing the comments now, but it's so easy to be country. It's the easiest place to be country is this country. I guarantee it. We can drive. I'm in Seattle right now, very progressive, liberal place. I can drive 10 minutes in any direction and I can be country and nobody's going to say shit. This false victimhood that these losers keep on. Yeah, exactly, Adam. It's like, what are you talking about? This victimhood. Honestly, it's giving pussy. It's giving the biggest pussy. Lion-sized pussy. That's what you guys are giving, as the gays would say. You are such little babies about this.
A downright hateful monster.
Yep.
Back to blue and bash. It ain't easy being country in this country nowadays.
That's
because
right.
I have my morals.
Yep.
A small town point of view. You assume that you don't like me. It ain't easy being country.
So easy to be country. You're such a big baby with the
This country nowadays.
Never been easier to be country.
In this
So easy
country
to be
nowadays.
Did you see somebody at the airport? You probably fly private. You're such a pussy, dude. Lion size.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Liger size.
please welcome our brother, Robert Ritchie.
Okay. Is this a rebranding? Is Kid Rock going by Robert Ritchie now? Or is this another...
Year-old man, you'll do some largemouth fishing another time. You can give your life to Jesus. There's a book that's sitting in your house somewhere, hanging from the cross.
Yeah, that's about all we need to see of that. I think that was good. How'd you guys feel about it? I mean, I wonder who this is. I don't know what that means. Yes, Big Boss. I mean, this is just... Oh, the last one was Kid Rock. I think you guys all knew that. But what is this guy's name? Let's find it out. What's his name? It ain't easy being country. And his name is Lee Bryce. Let's look up Lee Bryce. You guys, this is Lee Bryce. He's having a lot of trouble being country. Did he sing? Oh, you're talking about the Kid Rock. Oh man, he's gonna be near. Oh, he's gonna be a little too far away from me. I thought he was gonna be in the Calgary area this weekend. Does he? I wonder if he sings about the same stuff. The same, like when he's in Canada, because they like. Does he go? I just want to pay my copay. I just want to drink. I don't know enough Canadian shit. It would just he's like upset about their stuff. I just want to not speak French. He's in Calgary trying to relate to them. I just want to watch Canadian football and not hockey. Oh wait, you guys like hockey? This guy is a fucking tool. You know the funniest thing about it is it says he's 46 years old. He's 2 years older than me. Let's look at these two men side by side. Oh man. images. Let's pull up. God, you've aged so poorly. Can we move you? I want you on the other side. Whatever. Look at that, dude. Wait, is this him? What happened, bro? What happened between this and this? Is that TRT? How long ago is this? Brother, did you have a did you have a fucking heart attack? What the fuck? Look at Lee Bryce and his white family. Look at Lee Bryce's, oh my God, you guys. His son has that awful condition that we only can refer to as Guy Fieri hair. Come on, get out of here. I'm so mad at this pop-up right now. God damn it. Show me something. Look at the Guy Fieri. What is going on? Oh, it's a little girl. I thought the little girl had Guy Fieri. Like, I thought she had like the full-on like bleached blonde with dark roots. It's just a bow. I love when people put bows on baby girls, like just in case, you know, just in case you didn't know. All right. Now, just to remind you what the other side was so upset about. This is what's happening to America. This is when Lee Bryce is going to be country. This is
I just want to catch my fish, drive my truck, drink my beer.
Honestly, Lee, I think you need to add something into your regimen, which is seeing a cardiologist. Because the amount, yeah, the alcohol face, like the amount of like what's happened to you the last 10 years, you look like you've just been waking up every morning and just like taking your whole thing of Zins and just, and then you take like a Diet Coke and Jack Daniels and you go, I think that's why you can't fish, because you're drunk.
Está escuchando música de Puerto Rico, de los barrios y los caseríos. Ella viene por ahí.
I just want to cut my grass, watch my game, say my prayers.
Look how much more joyful this one is. And it's like, there's all these things incorporated into it. All these little shops that were in this like little model were real stores. This one, kind of like that you can just see a little bit of, is the Puerto Rican Social Club in Williamsburg. That is the last surviving Puerto Rican social club. And this guy's just complaining. This guy is just complaining because he can't drink his beer or catch his fish anymore, because every time he goes fishing, you guys, every time he goes fishing, he made his plastic surgeon make him look like Bert Kreischer but fatter. Oh man, it's so funny because these guys are all anti-trans and they're all taking so many gender affirming the exact same drugs that trans people take to affirm their gender. These guys are taking to cheat death, and they all look like puff pillow versions of their younger selves. They all look like if you took their younger self and you just put it in a river for about 2 years. That's what they look like. They all look like reanimated dead bodies. I bet you if you just wiped a little bit of that makeup off, that'd be blue. Yeah, he probably does have a Latino landscaper. The thing, I mean, it's just like I was making a joke that every time he goes to go fish, reggaeton starts blasting, and that entire troupe of dancers comes out, and they make him dance. They make him dance to Bad Bunny. I am a little annoyed with how much, like, I like the Bad Bunny halftime show, but I do think like the amount of people that are fake Bad Bunny people, like that all of a sudden are Bad Bunny fans because of the own. It's a little annoying, but I'll take it just because this is and this is like a thing that I think we will always win at, and it's why they are so mad is they will never ever have the cultural relevance of a hit. Right now they do have the cultural relevance of a hit when it comes to comedy. Like the biggest comics in the country are their guys. But at the same time, we can tell that it's like kind of it's almost like we understand that it's bullshit and um but I do think the main thing that I think about um the main thing I think about with like how much anger they have about this is it's that they don't have any like they never own the cultural relevance. You know what I mean? They don't get a hit. Their movies suck. Like they keep on trying to make these like movies on like the Daily Wire's like producing movies. Nobody at that show, TPUSA, you're telling me that a group of like 500 college kids like the It's Hard to Be Country song? They're listening to Bad Bunny. I guarantee it. They're listening to Dijon and fucking Dochi, whatever. They don't, because they all they do is they make bad music. It's so fucking stupid. Let's see, what's next. I mean, I was talking to this. I was talking about this with a girl the other night, and the I think we can all admit that Bad Bunny is everybody's hall pass. I think it's fair to say that like every single one of us would probably, I don't know what the how we would hook up, but me and Bad Bunny, I've never had a homosexual sexual experience, but I think I'm ready. In this case, I think it would just be like, oh, he picked me, and so it's okay. You know, like I think there's people that we all would kind of like sleep with just based on like, oh, it's like, am I not gonna sleep with him? And Bad Bunny is in that for me, where if he wanted to make out, I'd probably be like, yeah. I mean, what am I? I'm not gonna make out with Bad Bunny? Are you crazy? No, I'm not turned on. I mean, I probably will get turned on, but I don't know if you guys can agree. But oh, they botted them. I'm just seeing this right here. Um, yeah, and I think that's right, Cameron. I think like the most great art comes from a group of people that are like trying to fight back against something or feel like they are kind of orphaned. You know what I mean? Like they feel like they have been pushed out, or I don't know. It just comes like great art comes from suffering, and I think that's why there's a million different examples of it. But it's not. There's the occasional person that shows up. Um, all these white people mad about Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl performance. I hope next year they get Bad Bunny performing the whole set in Spanish. Dude, that's funny. 31.2 million views. God, did that guy get an award? Rafael De La Ghetto. I hope that somebody put you on Kalshi. Actually, I don't, because I don't think that website should get any money. Ooh. This is a fun one. I did not see this in the mix. Thank you, producers. Okay. I want to see this. You guys ready? Here we go. This is at Mar-a-Lago. Can I? Yeah.
Nah, ni en mí mismo confío. Si quieres quedarte, hoy que hace frío y mañana te vas. Nah, muchas quieren mi baby gravy, quieren tener mi primogénito.
Who's he next to? Is that Megan Kelly or one of those? Yeah, Lindsey Graham's in there.
Nah, ni en mí mismo confío. Si quieres quedarte, hoy que hace frío y mañana te vas. Nah, muchas quieren mi baby gravy.
Do you know what's funny is the funniest thing about this is that they had the option. They definitely have the AV capabilities to throw on that TPUSA halftime show, and they did not throw it on because it was that bad. That's one thing I will give Trump. Like, he, I don't think he'll fake like something being good. That is one thing I've noticed. And I'm not giving him a pass on anything, but like, you guys know what I mean. Like, he'll be like, this actually kind of sucks. Like, that's the same reason why he was like, that was the same reason he uh, will, like, when he sees Zoran, he's like, yeah, I mean, this guy's like he's kind of perfect. Like, I like this guy. You know what I mean? Like, he's just like, what am I not gonna like this super charismatic, cool guy? That's fun. Okay. Well, I think we need to move on. The halftime show was obviously a great success in trolling the folks on the right. You know, um, I don't. I need to look at our run of show just so that I get everything. Oh, I didn't even get these ones. Hold on, folks. Nope. Sorry, guys. All right, let's see what this is saying. I guess there was one more thing about the Bad Bunny show that I did not see on the run of show, and let's see what it is. Let's see. Ready? This is on the truth is at underscore the underscore truth underscore is underscore. Do you think that there was another one that had underscore, didn't have an underscore after the S? Let's see.
Seeing the ritual unfold on the Super Bowl stage, we have to ask, why him? Why was Bad Bunny chosen to be the face of this specific moment?
Okay. Rudy, you're Latino. Am I okay in saying that whoever this narrator is probably also Latino? And he's a race traitor. Am I allowed to say that? Rudy just said I could say that.
There's a reason Bad Bunny managed to blow past all the rest of the Latino artists. He was the one chosen to introduce the Latin youth to the industry agenda. To better understand the halftime performance, we have to look back at the history of occult ritual programming that led to this night. This wasn't just a career climb for Bad Bunny. It was a transition from another big Latin artist to a high-level industry gatekeeper. Bad Bunny has shown us this was coming for years. The signs have always been there. The industry loves to frame Bad Bunny's fashion as breaking boundaries or gender fluidity. But in the world of the occult, this has a very specific meaning behind it. Now, I want to warn you, some of this stuff is occult mumbo jumbo, but I'm a simplifier for us normal folk. All of this is connected to something called the rebus.
I'm going to simplify it for us normal folk. You guys know all the normal folks that are reading occult books about dragons and two-headed twins and satanic rituals. You know, just the common simple folk. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Thank you, Cameron. I agree.
In alchemy, there's a ritual called the Great Work, or the Magnum Opus, which results in the creation of the rebus, what they call a divine being that has conquered duality by merging the masculine and feminine into one body. Basically, a person who becomes gender neutral. When you see Bad Bunny in full drag in his Yo Perreo Sola video, or acting as his own female counterpart in his other videos, he isn't just playing dress up. He is embodying the alchemic archetype of what they call the divine hermaphrodite. He is signaling to those who know the code that he has completed his ascension and activated his divine spark. But the gender blurring is only half of the story. Look at the symbols he has been surrounding himself with since the beginning of his career. For years, Bad Bunny has used the third eye symbolism to represent a higher vision. In his Yo Perreo solo video, we see him literally chained to demonic figures and surrounded by gothic ritualistic imagery. He dressed up like the Baphomet. If you look at his outfit, you can see him wearing a skirt, dressed up exactly like Baphomet is represented in this image. Even as recently as December 2025, he was caught in that museum controversy touching on that ancient artifact. The public called it a lack of respect, but it's all connected to their secret religion. He's been telling us his plan since day one. He didn't call his move.
I just love that my content gets flagged. I love that my content gets flagged. And this guy is, this guy's putting up just the biggest nonsense in the world. You know what I want to say to this guy? The truth is, here's what I want to say. Yeah, he did wear a skirt, just like Satan. You guys know, and all the Scottish people. Maybe he's a Scottish devil. here's what I know about if I was going to put together a secret cabal to like take over the world with my trans conspiracy is I'd leave little Easter eggs. You know what I mean? I'd leave little Easter eggs all over the place. I'd be like, well, I'm trying to do this evil conspiracy, but I don't want to just like not give people the chance to figure it out. So I'll put up little signs, you know, like that's if I was going to commit a crime, how or you know whatever, a crime against humanity, I wouldn't just do it. You know, when with conspiracies, you always got to leave Easter eggs because it's not fun if you don't put up little kind of things to show people. I'm going to be honest, I don't know what this next video is, but I'm going to share it because we need to move on. We only have so much time. I have to go to a show after this. I'm going to an open mic. Um, this is from Jesse Waters, the biggest schmuck over at Fox News, complete dildo. Um, Waters, I was walking in my street. A car drives by and gives him a wave. He rolls down the window and says, "Fuck you, fascist." Fascist. He doesn't know I'm a fascist. Jessica, yes, he does. You're on TV. I think we're going to watch this clip. One thing I was just thinking about is I just saw down in this corner the Savannah Guthrie thing where Nancy Guthrie, Savannah Guthrie's mom, was kidnapped, obviously held for ransom. You know who else has been kidnapped? And it hasn't gotten really the same amount. There's definitely not a hotline. Is, I don't know, 70,000 Latino people. Just, I know that's obvious. I know that everybody knows we live in a hellscape. But let's see what this. Oh.
Neighborhood on my street. Rookie today in my neighborhood on my street.
On a leash.
Yeah, and this
your boyfriend.
this car comes throttling down, and he looks me right in the eye. He was already angry, and he sees me, and I give him a wave because he was a neighbor, I thought. And all of a sudden, he passes me, screeches on the brakes, rolls down the window, and says, "F you, fascist!"
Whoa, really?
Really? Is that real?
In my neighborhood.
For real?
Oh my God.
I swear to God, this happened this afternoon, and I'm thinking to myself, like, he doesn't know I'm a fascist?
Yes, he does. You're on TV.
Do I come across as a
Yes.
fascist?
No.
Yes. Yes, you do. Never let these people know a moment of peace. But good job. I want to find out who yelled this at him because, God, that's fun. God, these guys, they're such. Hey, all I'm doing is propping up a fascist agenda of a capitalist cabal of sex pests and pedophiles and criminals, and I'm just normalizing it and whitewashing it as a job, which I make millions. And can you believe that this guy has the audacity to yell at me on my street in New York City, a city full of immigrants? I'm the real victim here. Well, that wasn't as fun, but oh, we got a little halftime show. Little halftime show video here. This looks like a dumb person. Let's see what she has. This is another thing they do, which is they love to oh, that's great, Big Boss. They love to put themselves in the middle of, like, you know, something that is just like our culture, whatever. Obviously Bad Bunny is not my culture per se, but they love, because they're so irrelevant and we don't give a fuck. Like, we don't go to the Lee Bryce concert and like hold up Bad Bunny because we're not bothered. Nobody's going to the Lee Bryce concert. Lee Bryce is somebody that happens to be at the fucking Riverboat Casino that you and your wife go to vacation at because you have horrible taste or no money, and that's fine. But yeah, but they just love to do this. They love to put look at this. Not a single person around them gives a shit. Not a single person gives a shit about you, Amanda. What's your name? Amanda Vance. Not a single person. Nobody's caring about you. This is not a problem. Amanda, guess which race brought you the technology with which you could stream? Is not It's not Lee Bryce looking motherfuckers. I'll tell you that. I'll definitely tell you that. Also, wired headphones? That's Gen Z valor. You're a crook. King of country fairs. 100% the king of country fairs. Let's see what's next. We got a Nick Fuentes clip. I obviously don't like Nick Fuentes. I don't like I have never watched his stream, but I do think there's something to be said about you have to like pay attention to, because he's got such a large and this is like another thing that I've been thinking about a lot lately, which I don't think is news to anybody. I don't think it's like I'm not like I didn't discover anything here, but the thing about Nick Fuentes is he has a huge footprint in especially white American young men, and a lot of things that I would have rolled my eyes at and gone like, well, surely none of us will latch on to that as a kind of like normalized thing, is actually very normal now, like i.e. Nick Fuentes and clavicular, which I never want to even say in my life. I never want to say clavicular ever again. But this whole incel thing, this whole white nationalist thing, this whole like Groiper, like, you know, like I'm gonna be racist to own the libs, or to like, you know, just be contrarian, and then like I'm not actually gonna like back down at humanity's presence. I'm actually gonna double down on it. It is something that we need to pay attention to, and I'm wrestling with this because I posted a thing about how Nick Fuentes shouldn't be relevant just because he's funny. Like, a lot of people defend him just because he's funny, and I don't think that's a thing that we should excuse people for. Like, I don't think like, you know, like, oh, he's funny, but I do think that there's a certain cultural like capital that these people have, so we do actually have to like pay attention to it. And I'm also guilty of like, I have friends who are like fucked up people and even bigoted, and they're funny, and I've kind of gone like, well, they, you know, they're funny, and then I look back and it's like, I probably shouldn't really fuck with that. So just to say that, I don't know, I'm not sure if that counts. Yeah, how can you protest something? Let's look at this. Let's see what young Nicholas Fuentes has to say.
$3. The halftime show was in Spanish and all the performers were brown people. The message was, this is what America looks like, a mosaic of Latin peoples. Clearly it was political. Clearly it was a middle finger to white people. Weird take. Are you even a white nationalist at this point?
Honestly, I don't feel like one anymore. I feel like, you know, do I want America to be a white country? Yes.
Nick Fuentes, you guys. Fuentes. I know that's Spanish. I know he's probably got some real Ladino blood, as the Guatemalans call white people. But I think that's just so weird.
I'm pro-white, but the movement has just been captured by losers and idiots. And I don't really, I'm kind of just done pandering. I fucking hate these people. That's how I feel about it. You know, when I look at what the movement has become, like the kind of impulses that have captured it, it's just kind of depressing. And I've always been forward thinking, and I've always been heterodox, and I've always been progressive in a way. And increasingly, I don't feel like I fit in with that anymore, you know? So no, I don't think I'm like you, because now it's turned into, it used to be the case that if you were against white genocide, if you're pro-white, if you're against immigration, like that is what it meant to.
I'm going to say this right now. I am pro-white genocide, and I want to get that ahead. So when somebody accuses me of being pro-white genocide, and they're like, Andy's actually pro-white genocide, I'm putting this out there. I am pro-white genocide. I think that all of the whites should have to go check into a stadium full of guillotines, not guillotines, guillotines, and we should have to give up our rights. Yeah, that is funny that it's funny to use the term progressive for like I have some of the most forward-thinking racism. You know, I actually don't think that Thais, Cambodians, and Laotians should hang out. I think that's race mixing. Some of those people are Hmong.
Be on our side. Now it's like you have to be a Republican culture warrior. I have to be spun up about the Super Bowl halftime show. It's just so low IQ. It's so low IQ. It's so monotonous, so repetitive. You're screaming at the halftime.
Here's a question, you guys, because I do think, as a person in the arts, as somebody who performs, I'm not saying I'm an artist by any means, but and yes, I was just putting in a 11 milligram European Zin, which this is what I live off of. But I do want to say this kid does have, there's something about his voice and his presentation that I do find compelling, which I don't want to admit, and I would love to write him off, but obviously he's hugely popular. Horrible person, horrible ideas. Don't agree with any of that. But if he switched sides, if he said, you know what, Zinfidel, exactly. Could we absorb him if he did a mea culpa? Could we allow young Nick if he came around and kind of, because here's the thing. This is right here. Let's say this is a centrist, right? This is a centrist right here, and this is a circle, right? And when we get here, we get to, let's say this is MAGA and this is Antifa, or not even Antifa, but let's say this is pro-Palestinian, Zoran voter, all right? And then if you go farther and you get, this is kind of like Ruby Ridge up here, and this is Antifa, I'm going to throw a Molotov cocktail at a Army recruiting center. I'm going to buy a 50 caliber cannon and attach it to my Cybertruck in case the government comes for back taxes. When you get here, they get back to the kind of the same thing. I don't know if you guys have ever been around hippies. I've spent a lot of time around hippies, and a lot of hippies are actually racist. They swing so far away from society that they actually, half the fucking like MAGA people listen to like Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young and the Grateful Dead. If you go to a Grateful Dead concert, there's a lot of fucking Republicans there. Ann Coulter's a fucking Republican. My father-in-law, who was extremely conservative fiscally, was a Republican. I appreciate that, Cameron. I think you're right. I think that's true. I think also, like, here's the biggest, I will say this is the biggest problem with the left and like woke one, because we're in woke 2 now. I heard that the other day. We're in woke 2. But I will say this. I do think one of the biggest problems with woke 1 was we canceled people. And these people should have been canceled. Nobody got canceled in a way that wasn't necessary. Let's say it that way. Like, nobody got canceled in a way where it was like, oh, that was unfair. I mean, I guess you could say like Aziz kind of got canceled for being bad at finger banging, but it was still, the description of it felt pretty creepy. Didn't mean he didn't need to be in movies and TV shows, but still, like almost nobody got canceled for a benign reason, you know? They just did crimes and or they did inappropriate things, and the natural result was that large corporations that have a bottom line to keep in mind fired them, or in other terms, you know, they got sent to jail, whatever it was. But a lot of people that got canceled, sorry about the burp, everybody, they get canceled, and then we exile them from the island, and then we're like, what are they supposed to do next? You know, like as a liberal, as a leftist person, when somebody commits a crime, I'm not like a prison supporter, but I do think that like if somebody does get some kind of punitive response to a crime, violent, whatever, the response should be as a society to rehabilitate, to like provide a way out, right? And I think we've always been, leftists have always been like, that's what you do with these people, is like, you know, obviously economic situations like created this or whatever it is. I'm losing people because I'm not being funny. But for people that we canceled, we just said, oh, go off. And then they all became Nazis. And we were like, well, why? And it's because the only people that live out in the woods are the Nazis. And we needed to, you know, we needed to send them to like Eugene, Oregon, or Lawrence, Kansas, or Oberlin, Ohio, or whatever it was. We needed to give them a way to redeem themselves. So I do think that that's important. Let's watch a little bit more, Nick, and then we'll move on.
Show because it's in Spanish. Okay, I mean, am I supposed to do this performative outrage? Why? I'm supposed to get up out of my seat. Who gives a fuck? You know? So I just don't. No, I don't think I fit in anymore because, you know, I'm telling you this, we've reached the high watermark of that stuff. I've been doing this for 10 years. I was into this before it was popular, before it was mainstream. And now it's filled with a bunch of complete fucking idiots. And it's really just turned into signaling that you're a part of an in-group. And we're all going to have the same take, and we're all going to have the same opinion, and we're all going to say the same thing, and we're all going to engage in this elaborate performance. I don't know who it's for, why. We're all going to perform outrage. We're all going to perform and do the same jokes, and we're all going to have the same talking points. And I don't know. It's no longer interesting to me. It's no longer interesting. It's not funny anymore. It's not edgy. It's really just become a drag.
All right, we're not going to watch the entire Nick Fuentes thing, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that because I don't know. Maybe he's going to come to a place of reconciliation and realize he's a young man. So maybe I don't think so because I think he's pretty deplorable, ethically speaking. But I think he, you know, I think he's kind of pointing at something, which is so weird to be like a white nationalist, a Mexican white nationalist, who almost outs themselves via describing what's happening. Do you know what I mean? Like almost goes like, oh, it's kind of crazy that we're all saying the same thing without even like really like digesting what we're actually mad about. And then, oh wait, maybe what I believe in is kind of just a regurgitation of a bunch of victimized Lee Bryces. Anyways, let's make fun of somebody else right now because that almost became conciliatory of Nick Fuentes. Let's make fun of just the what's that guy's name from the Saw movies? Jigsaw. Is it Jigsaw? Is that the what's the name of the clown from yeah, the Jigsaw of Republican MAGA women, Laura Loomer. This is, let me see. This is from 2015. Barry University suspended Laura Loomer for starting an ISIS fan club. This is the deviousness of Zionism. They create problems to blame on others. I think a lot of it's like we were talking about earlier. Like this false victimhood, like her angle here, Laura Loomer, who's not even. We can just wash our hands of Laura Loomer, even though she's like extremely dangerous and can ruin your life because she somehow has like Trump's ear and this ability to just like burn people's lives down through, I don't even know what you would call it, but it said she started a ISIS fan club, which I'm sure she was going to use to...
Student suspended? Well, a woman in the middle of a campus controversy says Barry University has booted her from class. NBC6 reporter Jamie Garola live in Miami Shores with the latest on this. Jamie, what's this all about?
Well, the suspension means that student is not allowed here on campus and is not allowed to go to class. Now, according to an apparent suspension letter, the university says the student created a hostile environment here. An undercover video on this website created a firestorm of negative publicity for Barry University. Project Veritas alleges the school is sympathetic to the terror group ISIS, and they argue a secretly recorded video taken by a student proves it.
This student came to me and had the courage, and
this is the guy that James O'Keefe, he blew up Acorn, which was like a huge public program that gave like food and money to people. I love that, Nico. Yeah, I would love to transvestigate. Rudy, how bad is Barry University? Is anybody going there with any kind of intelligence? Is it a hard school to get into? Let's look up Barry University. Okay. Private university in Miami, Florida. Private Catholic university. That's a good thing for a devoutly Jewish woman to go to. Founded in 1940 by the Adrian Dominican Sisters. It's one of the largest Catholic universities in the Southeast and is located in Miami. $33,000 a year. Mascot, Bucky the Parrot. Pretty cool. Anyways, I'm kind of bored with this, but this guy, James O'Keefe, sucked. He's the one that dressed up like a pimp and went into Acorn and like pretended that he was, but this is all the same shit. You set up this fake thing and then you're outraged by it. Let's see what this next one is. So we haven't really talked about the Epstein files. Why aren't you pausing? For some reason, my thing isn't pausing. Whatever. I turned the sound off. This is, we should talk about this because this was a big week. There was a tranche of 3 million Epstein documents. We went over this last week a little bit where, Luis Gomez was in the Epstein files. I mean, so many people were in the Epstein files. Louis was going out to dinner with Woody, and so was Chris Rock, and they were hanging out at the Comedy Cellar, and apparently Ghislaine was taking stand-up classes of some sort, is what I heard. Let's listen to it. Let's see what Ted Lieu is.
With Jeffrey Epstein. I want to know, were there any underage girls at that party or at any party that Trump attended with Jeffrey Epstein?
This is so ridiculous, and that they are trying to deflect from all the great things Donald Trump has done. There is no evidence that Donald Trump has committed a crime. Everyone knows that. This has been the most transparent presidency. He's the one that asked that those files.
I'm reclaiming my time. I got your answer. You said there's no evidence.
Trump asked
Chairman, please stop the clock. Stop the clock.
The legislation. This is
time.
Time belongs to the gentleman from California.
Okay. I'm going to put up another document from a witness who called the FBI's National Threat Operations Center because I believe you just lied under oath. There is ample evidence in the Epstein file.
Don't you ever accuse me of a crime.
I believe you just lied under oath, And this is all on videotape. You said there's no evidence of crime. I'm showing you.
I don't know why
Here
this
is
video isn't
a witness
pausing.
statement who called into the.
But don't you ever is quintessential housewives behavior. When you get caught, when you're a wine drunk woman like this, and you get caught, and you have to bail, this is what you do. You go, don't you ever. Don't you ever. Don't you ever. That's a big. Oh, I always forget, Anthony, that you're from Florida too. You've somehow shaken that off by living in Oregon for some time. But let's get the sound back on with Ted.
Immediately. Epstein should rot in hell, her head blown off. And officers at the scene said that could not. Met a girl who said she was raped by Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. She later had her head blown off, and officers at the scene said that could not have been suicide. No one at the Department of Justice interviewed this witness. You need to interview this witness immediately. Epstein should rot in hell. So should the men who patronized his operation. And as we say here today, there are over 1,000 sex trafficking victims, and you have not held a single man accountable. Shame on you. If you had any decency, you would resign right after this hearing concludes.
Gentleman has.
Well, we know they don't have any decency, but anyways, that was kind of a bummer. This whole thing's a bummer. I mean, some of it's funny because, like, I will say this thing about Epstein that's kind of interesting is that it's interesting that he had this, like, reach. Like, I'm not, like, the most social guy, but it's hard to, like, maintain adult friendships. This guy's maintaining, like, hundreds of adult friendships with the most powerful people in the world. I mean, maybe that's what being a spy is. Maybe he's the best spy to ever happen, and he's also, this evil man, obviously. But he's like shooting emails back and forth between Hollywood producers and the Saudis and Russian oligarchs, and he's throwing parties. He's going to improv shows. It's like, how? I mean, I guess that's just not having kids. Maybe, I don't know. he kind of did have kids in a way. I'm sorry. I take that back. Representative Massey, are you able to track down who in your organization released survivors' names, who obscured Lex Wester's names as co-conspirator? This guy has Trump arrangements, and you failed as a politician. Let's see what this is from the same hearing.
Who's responsible? Are you able to track who in your organization made this massive failure and released the victims' names? Are you able to track who it was that obscured Les Wexner's name as a co-conspirator in an FBI document? Do you have that kind of accountability?
I believe Wexner's name was listed more than 4,000 times.
Yeah, I already told you that. This is where he's listed as a co-conspirator.
Can I finish my answer? Come on, let me finish my answer. We corrected that within 40 minutes. He was already, you're acting like everybody's trying to cover up Wexner's name.
Reclaiming my time.
I'm going to answer this question.
Reclaiming my time.
He was,
Mr. Chairman.
This is how this works.
Can I have my time back?
Mr. Chairman. The gentlelady can give her answer. The time belongs to the gentleman from.
All right, I'm reclaiming my time.
Can I give my answer?
So I'm going to put the language of the bill up on the screen.
Chairman, may I give my answer on that? It's a political joke, and I need to give my answer on that.
We'll let the Attorney General respond, and then the gentleman can move to the next question.
It's my time.
Within 40 minutes, you asked me a question. Within 40 minutes, Wexner's name was added back.
Within 40 minutes of me catching you red-handed.
There was one redaction out
Where
of
he's
over
listed as a co-conspirator.
4,700, and we invited you in. This guy has Trump derangement syndrome.
We all have Trump derangement syndrome, you guys. It's pretty bad. Let's see what this. Also, okay, so this is we got some more. What is this? Is this Fox News? This looks like one of these new channels. The Rob Schmidt Tonight. What's Rob Schmidt Tonight, you guys? Is that Newsmax? Does anybody know? We talking Newsmax? Thank you guys for showing up. I've been having fun on these streams, and I actually, I mean, not to glow him up at all, but I do want to set up like Fuentes is. I want a little like late night talk show desk situation. And when I move to the suburbs and I get my little suburban pad, I'm gonna build it out. And it's gonna be perfect and beautiful. Oh wow, we've done an hour so far. I got more to go. But this is a throwback. Seeing some Bobert up in. I got to tell you guys, I'm not proud of this. I do think Bobert. There's something hot about her. She reminds me of some of my favorite adult actresses, and she's also freaky. We know that. Hits the vape in the theater, does some hand play. There are code words that suggest Epstein. Okay, Representative Lauren Boebert thinks Epstein might have been eating people after reading the unredacted files. There are code words that suggest Epstein and his associates may have been engaging in consumption. Is that human consumption? Let's see.
Code words that suggest Jeffrey Epstein and his associates could maybe even be engaging in some sort of consumption. Is that human?
I love her vibe, man. Her vibe is every single person that gets kicked out of a comedy show. This is their vibe. I am not drunk. I'm just I came here for my step niece's 21st birthday. Okay? All right? And what you said was wrong, sir. That's what I get a lot. Let's see what she has to say.
Consumption, are there code words? There's a lot of talk of beef jerky. There's a restaurant called The Cannibal where the owner is listed in some of these documents. Now, that isn't a restaurant that
Code word beef jerky. You know what else we call beef jerky?
is just proclaiming to serve human meat by any means. But some of this just, it seems that there's a lot of conspiracies that make you wonder. And I saw more emails about torture, and these coded conversations still have a very clear topic that torture was big. It was a big driver for them. And these were sick people doing very, very sick.
Yeah, and it seems like a lot of people that you hang out with, Lauren, they also were hanging out with these people, like a lot. Oh. Well, beef jerky is a drug. This is your guy. If you guys want to know what kind of quality person we're talking about, this is the famous Trump Ivanka. Ivan is his ex-wife. The Anka means it's Czech for little. It's like Ito. Like when we say Benito, when we're talking about Babani. The Anka means his daughter. And let's see what this great man has to say about his daughter.
She does have a very nice figure. I've said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. You know?
Ivanka,
What the
what's
fuck?
the favorite thing you have in common with your father?
Either real estate or golf.
Donald, with your daughter?
Well, I was going to say sex, but I can't relate that.
If I weren't happily married and, you know, her father.
My daughter, Ivanka.
Yeah.
She's 6 feet tall. She's got the best body.
By the way, your daughter.
She's beautiful.
Can I say this? A piece of ass.
Yeah.
She looks more voluptuous than ever.
She's actually always been very voluptuous.
Yikes. Yikes, guys. That's a big old yikes. And then let's just end it with, this is the last thing I got in, yeah, big fucking yikes, dude. What the fuck was that? And also, like, Howard Stern. Bro. What? Ivanka, fuck my daughter. Dude. This fucking, Howard Stern, why is he totally off the hook? I mean, I always thought that guy was a creep. I wasn't a Stern guy. But, like, can you guys stop glowing this guy up? He's a fucking pervert. Now, as a father to a daughter, which I think a few of the people on here are, you can't fuck. If this guy was at my house and he was saying this type of shit, I would punch him in the face. I don't get it. I don't get it. These are bad dads. This last little thing we'll check in on, and then we'll go play some GeoGuessr, and and then I'll go. You guys, by the way, this whole week, whenever I go to a city on the road, I rent a car, and I usually go to Sixt, Sixt, because usually they'll like kind of upgrade you into like a BMW for not much money or free. And so I got my reservation, and they were out of all the cars that were in my tier, so they just gave me a Suburban. So I've been driving around in Seattle in a Suburban, which is going to cost about $250 to change or to fill up the gas. Not super happy about that, but it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun to be the king of the road. It's horrible for the environment, and I'll have to answer to Peter at the gates of heaven. By the way, I was thinking about this today on my run. If I go to heaven and my parents are there, that's not heaven. Do you guys know what I'm saying? Like, I love my family, but if I have to go and like hear my dad talk about like a supplement that he found, or I don't know, my mom, like I can't imagine that they're different when they get to heaven, because my mom is like a very negative kind of dour woman. Like, if you give my mom good news, she'll give you bad news in response. My perfect example is like, oh mom, I got a free trip to Portugal, and she would go like this. She'd go, well, that's going to just be the longest flight. Like, that's her immediate response to anything good in my life. Is she going to be in heaven? Because I don't really want to hang out with her. I'd kind of like the same amount of exposure. Like, I hope she lives in the Seattle of heaven, and I live in the New York of heaven. Honestly, probably like Barcelona or London, to be completely frank. By the way, R.I.P. Thomas Frank, Rudy. Okay, this is an old MAGA ad for Trump. Oh, my mom just called me. Oh God, I hope she's not watching. Sometimes my mom watches my stuff. I hope she didn't get access to this. God, I hope she's not. That's so scary. She could be watching this. My mom is. What the fuck? Mom? Hello? Mom? Hello? All right. She tried to call me twice. I have a feeling that she's watching this, and she didn't like that impersonation. But she's got this, she's figured out tech. It's terrifying. Like, I post a story, she watches the story now, and now she might just press the link, and she might be on YouTube watching this, and I'm sorry that I made fun of you, Mom. But, I love you very much. I just don't want to be living in the same room as you in heaven, and I hope you understand that. I would call her, but I just tried to answer the phone, and I got it. Mom, if you're listening, just comment. It's on the right. You can just type in that little space. I don't think you need to sign into YouTube. You probably have a YouTube account now, just to watch everything I do. You terrifying woman. What's up, C Studo? There's a good amount of people. This has been a good turnout. But anyways, let's get out of this, and let's just end on this. This was an old Trump ad when he was trying to get South Florida in his pockets.
Ay, 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 por Dios, yo voy a votar por Donald Trump. La buena vida por Trump. La economía por Trump. Hazlo por tu familia. Latinos por Donald Trump.
I mean, I'm gonna vote. If this is the commercial, I'm almost voting for Donald Trump. How much more fun? You hear those fucking trumpets come in the background, you're like, ooh, maybe I am a conservative. Although not. Here's a little trick for everybody, because I know you guys are getting confused. The Cuban flag has the red triangle. The Puerto Rican flag has the blue triangle. Remember, red, communism, Cuba. Blue, Puerto Rico, America. I don't know, but blue and red, that's the difference. Just remember the red one is Cuba. Red, communism. Why did they show the Grand Canyon? And also, those are Colombian women.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
Soy Donald Trump y yo apoyo este mensaje. I think I did that right. Let's play some GeoGuessr, guys. I was watching some GeoGuessr today, and they had some, super nerd on there that was good at it. And it made me mad because I was like, he's kind of like, that seems like how I play, and this guy's just fucking owning it. But the good news is, guys, is that I paid for the extra stuff, so we're not going to have to wait anymore. Let's get into the daily challenge. Okay, we got, I think this is Texas. What do you guys think? Texas? I mean, it's America, definitely. There's only one place that we do this kind of inanity. But the kind of flora fauna that I'm seeing there is the trees. That looks like Austin area, but that's not quite Austin area. So we'll go, let's go Fredericksburg, Texas. Let's see how far off I am. You guys, what the fuck? Why am I not in the GeoGuessr Hall of Fame? I didn't even look at anything that time. Okay, giraffes only live in Africa, in the wild. So we know we're in Africa. Let's see what this sign is. So we're in a national park. I'm seeing some mountains. Let me see. Let's go over to the comments. Does anybody have any guesses? Zimbabwe. Cameron, I have a feeling you're right. Let's try it. Let's try Zimbabwe. Let's see if it's Zimbabwe. See, because I was actually going to say like closer to Kenya. Let's split the difference and let's say Tanzania. Because I saw a little bit of, let's go right here to Bora. What the fuck? I'm too good. I'm too good. Oh, wait. Is that Kenya? Yes, it is Kenya. I should have trusted my guts. Ugh. So mad at you. Okay, so this is Greece. Because we got a Greece flag, Greece flag. And I think that's Greece. Let's see if we got some of their weird alphabet. Yeah. So we're in Greece. We're on a little inlet. We're on a spit. We got some altitude. Okay, we're looking at some kind of finger, not finger, but okay, got Athens there. I'm gonna go. I don't think this is an island because it's a little too lush. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go Chaltses. Still pretty high. I'm still pretty nice with it, you guys. Okay, first impressions. Munda a Vapor. Spanish speaking. We got a Statue of Liberty. Let's see if we got some signage. Got a Chevy dealership. Kind of seems Mexico. Could be Guatemala. Let's see if there's a Gallo sign. Munda a Vapor. I hope Munda Vapor isn't that big. It's like a vapor theme park. De Barga. CHD. Renault. Prepararse para una aventura única. Oh, what's their sign say? I guess it could be Spain, but that said NASA, right? What I'm a little worried about here, folks, is I saw kind of a I'm seeing a lot of European cars, and I'm not seeing a lot of. No, that's. I just don't know if we're Mexico. Give me something to believe in, you guys. We would have seen. I feel like if it was Mexico, though, we would have seen some buses. What do you guys think? Is this Spain? You think it's Brazil? I didn't see any Portuguese, though. It did look like Nueva York. That is Marjutapetis. Don Calisi. Oh, Calçados. Okay, so this is southern Brazil. I'm gonna say this is. I'm gonna say this is kind of here. You guys. What the fuck? I'm too good. That's crazy. You guys, somebody get a hold of GeoGuessr. I know that you can be better than this, but I'm pretty fucking good at it. Oh, look at this Simpsons. Leon. Now, here's the question. It says Leon. I think it's Leon. Yeah, I know where this is. Yeah, because it's the thing is there's a Leon that's a big city in Nicaragua, and there's also a Leon in basically every Latin American country. But the other big one is in Spain. But I saw the green taxi cab, and I kind of the cat was out of the bag. Now where is Leon? Because there's Nueva Leon, Reynoso, Matamoros, Laredo. Is there not a Leon in Nueva Leon? I know Monterey is. Am I tripping? This feels like Mexico, right? Guadalupe. You know what I think? Let's see if we got like a Tigres. Is there a Tigres or like some kind of sports league? I'm getting the vibe though that this is kind of near the beach. We got some palm trees on. That's a big old pine tree though. Come on, give me a soccer jersey, Orlando or something like that. Corona, so it's Mexico. Okay. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm gonna do Reynosa. Okay? I think I might be wrong. But we're running out of time. Damn. Oh, there is a fucking Leon, you goddamn idiot, Andy Haynes. It's down there. Urgh! Bullshit. I got a silver medal. What's my percentage? I'm in the top 11%? What the fuck? You guys. Holy shit. How good was that? How good was that? Thank you, Nico. I fucked that last one. That last one, I didn't look hard enough. I thought Leon and Monterey were like right next to each other. And it's just because it's in Nueva Leon and I got confused. But I mean, honestly, that was the best that I've ever done. I think that's it for today's stream. I have to go do a show. but let's hang out for a second. You guys, thank you all for coming. Tax the top 11%. I don't have any money. But I'm going to do it again next Wednesday. Same vibes. I want to throw in a daytime one so that we, like, people who aren't up late, Europeans are up late, but, you know, not like 2 in the morning for them. And I can't think of anything else different that we're going to do, but, you know, just follow the news week. I appreciate everybody coming. This is really fun for me, and I'm glad to see that our numbers are growing slowly but surely, and a lot of people stuck around, so that was great. If you guys haven't yet, go over to my website, www.imandyhaynes.com, and on top of that, if you guys are in any of these cities coming up, I will be in Calgary this weekend. My show in Banff got canceled because they were dumb. But so I will not be in Canmore on Sunday, but I will be in Calgary Thursday, Friday, Saturday, including a special Valentine's Day show. And then the next weekend I will be in Victoria for 2 nights. I don't know where the first night is. I think it's a brewery or winery, but the next night at Heckler's, one of the best rooms in all of North America. And then, see, Studo, please send me another email so I don't lose you. There should be a contact form, and I want to do the lock thing. I want to do the lock thing with you on your live. And then the other thing is I will be in Las Vegas for a week at the Comedy Cellar doing 2 sets a night. That'll be really fun. And then finally, Tyler, Texas, the first weekend of not finally. I'm actually like booked throughout the year. I don't think I have a weekend off almost till June now, with how much dates I've pulled in. So let's just go Tyler, Texas, Salt Lake City the next weekend, Detroit and Pittsburgh. The next weekend I will be in London, Rotterdam, Amsterdam, Berlin, Zurich, somewhere else. The next weekend I will be back. I'll be in Montreal, Ottawa, and Kingston. The next weekend I will be in Boston, actually Cambridge, at Goose Comedy Club. I don't think nope. The next weekend I'm in Vancouver, running the Vancouver Marathon. And then the 2 days before the marathon, I will be doing a show at the Little Mountain Gallery, the Andy Haynes Vancouver Marathon Shakedown. And then the next weekend I just took it on. Let's see. My manager sent me this. I know this isn't that interesting for you guys, but I'm pretty excited about making the money. Oh, I'll be in Philly the next weekend. I'll be at the Philly Punchline doing 2 shows. I think it's the 7th and 8th and 9th. And then I will be the next weekend in Portland, Maine at Empire Comedy Club. And then I don't think I have anything after that. But that's so many shows that you guys have a chance to, and probably near some of you. Vaya con Dios. Keep up the good fight. Everybody can please go ahead and get ready for the street war. Get armed, learn how to use your gun, all that kind of fun stuff. Save lots of water, gasoline, gold, and come out to my shows before society collapses. I need to do something so that when my daughter looks at my box of bones, she goes, he tried really hard. All right. I love you all. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful week. I'll see you next Wednesday if I don't see you before then.